From 11:59 p.m. tomorrow night, metropolitan Melbourne will move to most of the same settings currently in place across regional Victoria, and regional Victoria will move further towards further easing. So for Melbourne, that means the 5 reasons to leave home will no longer apply in metropolitan Melbourne. The existing 10-kilometre limit will be increased to 25 kilometres. That means the only reasons to go further than 25 kilometres will be for work, education, caregiving or getting a vaccination. Travel into regional Victoria still remains a no-go for now. We're also still not in a position to be able to have visitors in our home, but outdoor gatherings will be increased to a maximum of 10 people. Schools will be able to resume face-to-face learning from Friday, which is great news for teachers, staff, students and parents. Masks will no longer be required outdoors unless you cannot maintain a 1.5 metre distance, but it's important that everyone continues to wear them indoors, whether that's shopping, on the train or at work. Funerals are limited to 50 people, while weddings are limited to 10. Religious ceremonies will be capped at 50 people inside. Officers will be able to return with 25% or a cap of 10, whichever is greater, but we're still asking people to work from home where they can. Restaurants and cafes can reopen for seated service with up to 100 people per venue and a maximum of 50 inside. Retail can reopen in line with density limits of 1 person per 4 square metres. Hair and beauty therapy can also resume for treatments where masks can be worn. Community sport can return to training in metropolitan Melbourne. Auctions can happen outdoors with a maximum of 50 people. Some entertainment venues and community facilities will also open in line with density limits and additional caps, and they're in line with the current settings in regional Victoria. So in terms of the further easing that we can provide for our regional Victorians, from 11:59 p.m. tomorrow night, the changes include visitors to home, so that's limited to 2 adults per day, plus their dependents. Public gatherings will be increased to 20 people. Restaurants and cafes can open to a maximum of 150 for the venue for seated service, including up to 75 allowed indoors. Religious ceremonies will be capped at 150 for the venue, with no more than 75 people allowed indoors. Funerals will be limited to 75 people, while weddings will be limited to 20. Officers will remain capped at 50%. Community sport is back for all ages, both for training and for competition in regional Victoria. Finally, regional Victorians will still be able to travel around regional Victoria, Melburnians will not. I want to flag what the next stage looks like. You know, we're trying to give as much notice to people as possible, and so we'll have more to say about what the next stages of easing will look like next week. But I want to assure people that, subject to the public health advice, the epidemiological conditions through the next week, we expect to be next Thursday night that the regional metro divisions will come down